Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It's Wednesday, Wednesday evening, just about 9 o'clock. It is time to review new comic books that are coming out next Wednesday. So this would be books that are hitting your local comic book shops next Wednesday, the 8th of December. We're going to take a look at some books here on. We're going to use Midtown to review this. So I know most of you are not going to catch this live. You're going to probably catch this on a replay. Feel free to leave comments afterward. I do like to review people's comments. I'm going to give you my take on the books coming out, what I think looks good, and then you guys can make decisions from there. So let's take a look here real quick. We'll start off with Dark Horse. Daisy #1, written by Colin Lorimer, and art by Colin Lorimer. I don't know much about this book. Let's see. What's the premise of this book? Let me take a look here. A desperate mother's 5-year search for her missing son leads her to a small town of Bremount and to the mysterious Phillips family. Daisy Phillips, like many teenagers, has a hard time fitting in, but not for the usual reasons. Daisy stands 8.5 feet tall and is still growing, but her troubles with ill health, daily ridicule, and custom-made clothing are only the tip of the iceberg. Daisy may well be descended from a race of cannibalistic giants spawned from the outcasts of heaven. Interesting premise. All right. I don't know. That might be worth grabbing. Who knows? It's kind of odd. So this is an 8-foot tall giant woman. Very interesting. Yeah, that might be worth taking a look at. I don't know. Possibly. Daisy #1. So it is an issue #1. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to grab the first issue of a new series. I don't know if this is a mini series or an ongoing. Usually Dark Horse does mini series, and it's the only floppy book they have coming out next week. So not a lot of books coming out for Dark Horse. A lot of trade paperbacks, so a lot of reprints, 4th editions, all that good stuff. So a lot more trade paperbacks coming out from Dark Horse next week versus individual comic books. DC, there's a few books coming out next week for them. Arkham City, or The Order of the World #3. It's kind of a cool cover. That's the A cover by Danny. Oh, I'm sorry, by, looks like Sam Wolf Colony. Sam Wolf Connolly cover. Okay. Interesting. You've got a Gary Frank cover for the B cover. Got what's his name there on the cover? Solomon Grundy, right? His first appearance goes back way back in comic book DC lore. What else we got here? Batman #118. This is a big book. This is a new writer, a new story arc. Joshua Williamson is going to be replacing James Tynion as the writer. So anytime they start a new arc on a series like Batman, who knows? There could be a new character. All kinds of things could be coming out in this issue. This has been well advertised, so there's a lot of shops pre-ordered pretty heavily on this. You got an A cover by Jorge Molina. Beautiful cover by Matina. That is the B cover by Matina. You've got a C cover by Victor Blodanovic. I think that's his name, Blodanovic. That is a, what is that? Spider-Man #1 homage by Todd McFarlane. There is the Virgin for $27. You've got a Jock cover. I think I pre-ordered that. I think that's a 1 in 50. There is a silver foil. I think that's a 1 in 150. I can't remember. There's a gold foil. I believe that's like a 1 in 500 for 360. The cheapest I've seen that pre-order was, I think, Comic Mint had it for like $250. That's the cheapest I've seen it. Yeah, it's a cool cover, gold foil. I'm sure, I don't know. There's probably a lot of shops that ordered pretty heavy on this issue, so I don't know how rare that comic is going to be, but I'm sure the gold foil will be nice, and it will be one of those little harder to find chase variants. But nothing I was really hot about grabbing. I didn't feel compelled to pre-order that. Dark Knights of Steel #2, Middleton cover. Believe I pre-ordered that. I love Joshua Middleton's artwork, and another beautiful cover by him. Yasmin Putri, the Yasmin Putri cover isn't bad either. I tend to like Middleton a little bit more, and there is also a Yasmin Putri character sheet card for $18. I think that's like a 1 in 25. All right, let's go through a few more here. Joker Presents Puzzle Box #5. I've not been picking this up. I haven't heard if it's great or not good. I haven't heard much about it. Matthew Rosenberg, sometimes he's a good writer, sometimes not. I may pick that up in trade later, but I did not pick up any of the floppies of that series. Let's see. Let's go down the list here. I don't know. I've not been picking a whole lot of DC books up. Swamp Thing #10. I do dig that Brian Bolland cover. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that cover. So that would be the cover I would pick of the two available there. I think that's it for DC. Moving on to Dynamite Entertainment. James Bond. I don't know. Boy, I think they really destroyed the James Bond franchise. I think that's over. I've heard of terrible reviews for the latest James Bond movie. Not heard anything good about it. I don't know. I think the death nail might be in that franchise. I think that might be the end of it. Goodbye, James Bond. It was good while it lasted. James Bond is not going to do well in the environment today, the woke environment. James Bond is not. It just doesn't sit well in the current state of affairs. Nick's #2. I know I pre-ordered the limited Rose Besh variant, which they do not have for sale at Midtown. They might have it next week. A lot of times, if there's a limited variant with Dynamite Entertainment, Midtown will typically have it for sale the following week. So if you want to use Midtown, you may want to look for that next Wednesday. They might have that for sale, but they don't have the limited, which is just a virgin copy of the A cover. The A cover is by Rose Besh. So there is a virgin limited cover for that. It's probably going to be priced around $30 to $40 if I had to guess. But yeah, we'll see what happens. People are into this Dynamite Entertainment. Vampirilla, Red Sonja. I mean, it's basically hot females, right? I mean, it's pretty much their bread and butter. They do a lot of cover homages. You know, they've got a lot of different covers that come out. But they must make enough money to stay in business. I mean, they really only have 3 properties that anybody cares about, or at least 2 properties, mainly. But somehow they stay in business, so it must make enough money selling Vampirilla and Red Sonja books. All right, IDW Publishing, you got G.I. Joe up to issue 288. That's still going strong for the most part. I know there's a lot of G.I. Joe fans out there. Star Trek Mirror War Data #1. I dig the C cover. That's kind of a cool looking cover. By Tom Ralston. That's kind of cool. I like that. Got some Transformer books, and that's it for IDW. Image. A Thing Called Truth #2 is out. I never picked up the first issue. I don't know if it's any good or not. I don't really pick up a lot of Image books anymore. I mean, basically Spawn, Ice Cream Man. There's only only a few titles that I really care about from Image. Most of them I'm a hard pass on. Now I did pick up the first issue of Nita Hawes' Nightmare Blog number one. I probably pre-ordered at least the B cover here by Sean Jason Alexander. I dig the Saturday Evening Post homage covers. I'll give it a read, see if it's any good. I don't know if I'll continue with it or not, but I'm at least going to read the first couple issues and give it a try. What else from Image? Walking Dead. I don't really pick that up anymore. What's the furthest place from here? Number 2. I did pick up a couple of the variants for issue number 1. I haven't read it yet. I haven't gotten those in the mail yet, but I don't know if I'm going to continue with that or not. I'll give it a read. Perhaps I will continue with the series or not. Well, I'll let you know. Marvel, Amazing Fantasy number 5. Cool cover. A cover is really nice by Carrie Andrews. I like that. I love dragon covers. That one looks pretty cool. There's a B cover by Andrews as well, and then the Phil Noto incentive cover. Probably a 1 in 25. That looks okay. Amazing Spider-Man number 80. Captain America Iron Man number 1. Beautiful Alex Ross cover. That's the A cover right there. You got a B cover by Patrick Gleason. Turin Clark is doing the C cover. And you got an Adam Kubert doing the D. Dan Jurgens doing the E cover. And the Virgin Alex Ross Virgin cover. I can see that being a hot book. $76 at Midtown. Not sold out yet. I think that is a 1 in 100? I don't know what the ratio is on that. I'm going to assume it's a 1 in 100. Not too sure though. It could be a 1 in 50, and they've increased the price. So you may want to take a look at that one. See if you can get it at your shop for around $50. I have a feeling it's like a 1 in 50, and Midtown is just charging more because it's an Alex Ross cover. So if you like it, see if you can get a better deal at your LCS. You might be able to. Death of Doctor Strange, Blade number 1. It's just a one-shot. A covers by Boss Logic. Kind of dig that cover. I like Boss Logic. It doesn't look like a typical Boss Logic cover, though, but I kind of dig it. I like it. I like it better than the B cover. Let's see here. Devil's Reign number 1. This could be a good series. This is a Chip Zdarsky, Marco Cicchetto. That is the same creative team that's been on Daredevil. Definitely want to pick up the first couple issues of this. There's a bunch of covers here. The A cover, B cover, C cover by Momoko, D cover by Young. You got a red blank cover. You got a really cool looking In-Hook Lee cover. I think that's a 1 in 25 cover. That's still available at Midtown for $22.50. There's also a John Romita Jr. cover. I believe that is a 1 in 50 ratio cover. I'm not a big fan of John Romita Jr. I know some people are. I am not. You also have a Virgin Peach Momoko cover. Midtown wants $180. I don't know. I'm assuming that's a 1 in 200. I don't know. If it's a 1 in 100, then that's way overpriced. It's a cool cover. I dig Peach's art. I think she's definitely very talented. Some of her covers are really, really good. I like this one. I think it's pretty nice. I don't know that it's nice enough for me to drop $180 on it, but it is pretty nice, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty limited. All right, what else we got here? Giant-sized Black Cat Infinity Score number 1. Couple different covers. Now, I really dig the Ji-Hung Lee cover. That's the regular Ji-Hung Lee cover. There is a 1 in 100 cover that was advertised a long time ago. A lot of people knew about this. This is like a 1 in 100 cover. Notice the price increase. There, Midtown is asking 135. I've seen pre-sales of this book at above $250, believe it or not. When the cover was first released, it's a pretty cool cover. Black Cat holding the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, it's a pretty cool. I mean, I could see this being definitely an iconic cover long term. Be patient though. I wouldn't chase the price on this. There could be a bunch of them for sale on Midtown or on eBay rather. So try to get it under $100 if you can. I did pre-order one for around $70, so I got a pretty good deal on that. Long term, I like this cover a lot. I think it's got a lot going for it. It's a pretty cool cover, and I could see that being one of those iconic covers way, way down the road. So if you like it, see if you can get a deal on it. Hellions number 18, bunch of different covers. Plan accordingly. Inferno number 3. You got a Jeff DeCall cover. You got a Peach Momoko cover. You've got an Oscar Vega cover. That one's interesting. You've got an incentive cover by Russell Dodderman. Another incentive cover by Kamikoli. And we're on to the next here. Marvel Voices Community number 1, one shot. I don't have no idea what these books are about. By the way, I just read Black Panther number 1. It was terrible. It was all dialogue. Oh man, I just can't. Comic books are just not very good anymore. I don't know what to tell you guys. I like action. A little bit of dialogue's fine. I was trying to read this Black Cat book. I got like three quarters of the way through it, and I gave up. It was just so much dialogue. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And I bought the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 50 cover. I'm probably going to sell them on eBay and just get rid of them. I think it's a terrible comic book. Very, very disappointed in Black Panther. Star Wars Crimson Reign number 1. Definitely the cover to get is the Raza cover. I mean, if you don't like that cover, I don't know what to tell you. It's red and black. It's Raza. It's freaking awesome. I pre-ordered that in advance. I love that cover. I do like the Clayton Crane cover as well. That one's pretty cool. Darth Vader. I like that. I think that's it though. I didn't care for any of the other covers, which I know go for even more money. This is the 1 in 50 cover by Stephen Cummings. I don't like that at all. That's like my least favorite cover of all of them. It's crazy. Star Wars number 19. You got a bunch of covers. Now I'm a big fan of E.M. Gist, so there's the Gist incentive cover, a 1 in 25 cover. It's pretty cool. I like it. I dig that artwork for sure. That's it for Marvel. Rest are all trade paperbacks. Independence. Let's see what's going on with Independence. One second, guys. There is an exclusive. Let me just make sure I get this. I'll share it with you guys in a moment. It came live at 9 o'clock. Good thing it didn't sell out. I wouldn't have noticed. I'll share that with you guys in a moment. All right, moving on. Independence. Archie's Holiday Magic Special. Looks like the B cover is sold out. Basilisk number 5. Still available from Boom Studios. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of independent books coming out next week that I thought were worth taking a look at, but I'll move down the list here. Maybe there was something here that I forgot. Anything interesting? Anything? Bueller. Man, just not a lot of it. Not much that I thought was interesting. I passed on most of this stuff. Lunar Room, I don't know anything about that. A bunch of covers. Magic number 9, I don't know. It seems like no one cares about that Magic comic book. I've got some really cool incentive covers, and they sell for less than I paid for on eBay now. So apparently no one cares. No one cares how limited they are, apparently. Man, I think we're almost near the end here of the independent books. Just, man, there's just not a lot I was even slightly interested in. Stud and the Blood Blade. God, what name is that? I don't know, guys. This is not much. I mean, that's it for independence. All right, I'm going to share something with you guys real quick. There is a cool looking exclusive book that just came out at 9 o'clock available. Let me check the chat here real quick. We've got Mandy the Comic Collector in the house. We got GTG Comic. BTC Moon Guy is with us. MVP Comics. GTG Comics says these homages, man, there is getting stale. Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you. All right, V616 Comics. That is the website. They've got a pretty cool exclusive. Let's see if it's still available. I don't know. Maybe it's sold out. It's still available. Okay. Maniac of New York. That is the cover. I guess it's a Forrest Gump homage, right? Forrest Gump sitting on the old bench there. It's a Christopher Bust cover. It's a cool looking cover. I did get the original Maniac of New York series. This is, I think, volume 2. Maniac of New York, Bronx is Burning, issue number 2. I do like this cover quite a bit. I'm a big fan of Forrest Gump, the Forrest Gump movie. It's $20. Now this is limited to only 350 copies, so I would anticipate in the next day or so it will sell out. So if you like it, you may want to move on it pretty quickly. It's definitely going to sell out, in my opinion. That's a very low print run. Christopher Bust is pretty well followed. He's done some pretty cool covers in the past. That's just a nice one. I like it. So I grabbed one. You know, I'm not speculating on it or anything. I just grabbed one because I like the cover. So that's what I had for you. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is the Whiskey, Cigar, and Comic Show. I will be hosting that. I'm going to try to get an artist in the next few weeks. I've had a couple things fall through with people I've been chatting with, but I will try to get an artist on here to talk about art and comics and all that good stuff. So hang tight with me. I will try to make that happen. But tomorrow, I'll try to come up with some ideas, some spec ideas for you guys. So make sure you tune in on my live stream. It's going to be around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm going to try to do it outside. If not, it might be in the closet as I'm in the closet right now. I'm not in the closet. I'm physically in the closet, but not metaphorically. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Appreciate all you tuning in. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Smash the like button, and also make sure you leave a comment if you feel so inclined, especially if you're watching this in the replay. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the content, the video, the comic books, all that good stuff. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We're on to Christmas now. The house is decorated. Lights are up. Tree is decorated. We're all in the Christmas spirit. So looking forward to a really good month of December. All right, guys. Hope you're having a good middle of the week. I'll see you soon.